Welcome to my presentation that is on coaching strategies to increase intrinsic motivation in youth sports participants aged between 12 and 17 years of age. It is a well-known fact that obesity is on the rise amongst children in Australia, and therefore it is very important for children to participate in sports not only for the obvious physiological reasons, but also for the socio-psychological importance of youth participation in sport. Sport involvement helps provide an internal sense of self-worth, self-efficacy and self-regard, and allows for youth to maintain peer relations through social confidence built up through sports participation, whether through club association or at school. It is reported as many as 70% of children will cease sports participation before they reach the age of 13. It's important for a coach to discover what motivates the participants. This may require the coach to engage with the adolescents, and they need to first determine the reasons why they are participating in their chosen sport. Reasons can include intrinsic motivational influences, and these include fun, self-improvement, increases in fitness and health, and the improving of the skill set needed for the chosen sport. For others, motivation may be more extrinsic, meaning motivation that comes from external sources. These may include trophies, money, social acceptance, and fear of punishment. Why intrinsic motivation? Youth participants who are intrinsically motivated are more likely to remain in their chosen sport, and this is due to the desire to learn new skills and knowledge, the desire to accomplish mastery of the skill, and to experience the feeling of completing the skill. And this may include driving a golf ball straight down the fairway 200 yards. Coaching strategies that look at how to intrinsically motivate youth participants, and these can include setting achievable goals, making mastery of the skill being taught enjoyable. It is very important to ensure the pressure is minimised so the participant feels free to express themselves without fear of reprisal. Encouragement for participants while learning the skill is very important as well. It is better to be kind and motivated than rather to yell at an individual, especially a child. It is also important for a coach to never make comparisons between other players. So if one player is better than another, it's important not to overemphasise that and just keep giving suggestions to the lesser skilled player to improve, on how to improve. It's important for the coach to make every training session fun and rewarding. And training should contain content that is related to the skill set with the ultimate goal of the individual bettering themselves. It is important for a coach to plan sessions and focus on personal needs and to become a better listener. It is also important to allow participants to have their say in matters and encourage them to have involvement in problem solving. This provides autonomy for the individual. Ensure in team environments that there is a good mixture of skilled and least skilled players to ensure that training is enjoyable for all. It is no good having a group of individuals that have a greater skill level and putting them together and having a group of lesser skilled individuals. The group of higher skilled individuals will most often beat the group of lesser skilled individuals, and therefore discourage the group of lesser skilled individuals to continue to play because they won't like getting beaten all the time. It's also important to enhance the learning feedback when mistakes are being made by individuals, and it should be constructive and not critical. This may entail using what's called the sandwich technique for praise and correction. This may include, for striking a ball, well done to the individual. Then you might wish to explain what they need to do to correct the technique, and that might be striking a ball with laces. And then once again you can provide them with some praise and acknowledgement and say, well done. Okay, an important strategy to increase intrinsic motivation in youth participants is confidence. Confidence should be instilled into the participant so the individual does not feel isolated by peers who may possess a higher skill level. To do this, it's important to develop strong beliefs in the participant's ability so anxiety can be reduced, allowing the participant to enjoy his or her sporting experience. It's also important to promote the importance of good practice and preparation to improve skill level and therefore confidence. An important part of keeping an individual interested in their desired sport and therefore intrinsically motivated is the role of the parent. A successful coaching strategy must involve consultation with parents of the child. Parenting styles can strongly influence a child's ongoing participation in their sport. It is important to inform the parent to approach their child's sports participation in a rational manner and be supportive. It can be detrimental if the parent is what's classified as under-involved, and this can include little emotional, financial or functional support. Likewise, an over-involved parent, which includes providing unrealistic goals to the individual, coaching the child from the sideline, and abusing officials. This may be detrimental and cause the child to wish to not participate in their sport anymore. It's important to stipulate that winning is not everything. Should be looked at that coaching adaptations should be designed to make the participant intrinsically motivated. Appreciation should be for the activity itself and not for the benefits provided by the activity. It's important to illustrate that winning can be a consequence of their development by evoking autonomy. Too much emphasis on winning can cause distress and anxiety to the individual. And this is where it can be stipulated that by practicing and increasing their involvement and enjoyment in the sport, that winning can be a consequence of the hard work, but it should not be the goal of the individual. It is important to explain success and failure. It is important for the coach to inform the participant that poor play or lack of effort is controllable and can be changed. Success should be perceived as the participant achieving their goals and continually improving towards competence in their chosen sport. It is the importance to emphasise of the individual taking responsibility for their own actions rather than making excuses. Thus again, promoting the enjoyment of the sport and the efforts involved in hard practice and the results that can come of practice. Another important intrinsic motivational aspect is to look at the developmental stages. As the adolescent participant develops their skill and increases their skill level, they generally enjoy a more challenging environment. So once they've learned the skill, you need to keep enhancing their skill level so that they'll enjoy it. Otherwise, they'll stagnate and may lose motivation and therefore leave the sport. It's also important for the coach to provide equipment and facilities that are developmentally specific. This will ensure the participant will not pick up bad habits. An example of this is the introduction by Soccer Australia resorting to small-sided games for children under the age of 12. This allows the children to have more touches on the ball and to increase their skill level and have more involvement in the game. There is nothing worse than seeing individuals doing nothing and just getting bored. It is important, as the adolescent increases with age and years of participation in sport, to increase the challenging moments during training. It is also important, as older talented adolescents will generally relish the challenge of competition, which will drive them on to wanting to progress with their skill level and increasing their intrinsic motivation. It's important with increasing intrinsic motivation by setting goals. This can help the youth participant stay focused on the task ahead. It allows the individual the cognitive ability to plan and task that they want to achieve with their coach. It provides a feeling of achievement when the goal that is set is met, and this can include task-orientated goals of improving in their chosen sport. It's also, once again, important to avoid setting goals that stipulate winning. I'd just like to thank you for listening to my presentation, and as you will find on the slides, the references I've used. Thank you very much. Bye.